Hello students. So today we'll be discussing surface area and volume of a sphere and a hemisphere. So in order to understand hemisphere, it is better if we understand sphere first. Okay. Now everybody has seen what a sphere looks like, right? There is various example of a sphere. You can say various types of balls, like for example tennis ball or the cricket ball, or you can say an orange, anything which is like round in shape. Okay. So basically the very most common example of a sphere which we use in our day-to-day life is a ball. Okay. Now this is what a sphere looks like. This, as you can see over here, is the center of the sphere, and you can say that this particular length is nothing but the radius. Fun fact, even this is the radius. Similarly, even this is the radius, and even this is also the radius of a sphere. Now, the very first formula which we will be discussing is nothing but the surface area. Surface area of a sphere. Now, as you know, the surface area of a sphere is nothing but 4 pi r square. Okay. Now some of you must be thinking, why sir is not defining curved surface area and total surface area separately. There is a reason for that, because for a sphere only surface area exists, or in short the curved surface area is the total surface area, which might not be the scenario for hemisphere, but we will see that later on. So the surface area of a sphere is nothing but 4 pi r square. Similarly, what is the volume, right? The volume of a sphere is nothing but 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay. So these are the two formulas, the two important and only formulas which is associated with a sphere. I'll repeat once again, there is no separate curved surface or surface area of a sphere. There is only a surface area of a sphere, because the total surface area and the curved surface area is the same thing. Okay. Now, so this is all about sphere, right? Now since we have discussed sphere, let's talk about hemisphere. Okay. Now everybody knows what exactly is a hemisphere, right? Hemi means half. Okay. Like for example, if I write hemi over here, okay, hemisphere. Now what does hemi means? Hemi means half, which means what? Half of a sphere is known as a hemisphere. So what we'll do? Let's cut it into half. Yeah, let's do that. So let me just erase half of the portion of the sphere so that I can get a hemisphere. Yeah, I know this is very oddly satisfying. So in this way, if you try to remember the formulas, you won't have any issues while remembering them in the exam. Okay. So as you can see over here, this is a hemisphere. Looks like, okay. So it is nothing but basically, for example, you take a ball and you just cut it into half, okay, like straight from the middle. So that's how you get a hemisphere. As I have mentioned over here, what is a hemisphere? Hemisphere is nothing but half of a sphere. Now since hemisphere is obtained by cutting a sphere into half, don't you think that the formulas for a hemisphere will be also obtained by cutting them in half? Like for example, you can cut a sphere into half, right? But you cannot cut a formula into half, right? Cutting a formula into half meaning what? Dividing it by 2, okay? Dividing it by 2. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? So, like for example over here, if you cut this, this is 2 into 1, that is 2, and this is 2 into 2. So over here you get the surface area as 2 pi r square. Now over here you have a curved surface area and you also have a total surface area. So since this is the curved surface area, so I'll write curved. So over here the curved portion is represented by what? 2 pi r square. And similarly, if you cut this, like 2 into 1 will give you 2 and 2 into 2 will give you 4. So over here the volume of a hemisphere is nothing but 2 by 3 pi r cube. Okay. Yes, I know. You must be thinking, so you have discussed what is a curved surface area, right? What will be the total surface area, right? Now, as you can see over here, this curved surface area, that is 2 pi r square, this is nothing but the entire curved portion of it, right? Curved portion. And I've already taught you like one master formula where you can easily find out the TSA. How can you find the TSA? TSA is nothing but CSA, that is curved surface area, plus roof and floor, or you can say top and bottom. See, now over here there is no top, okay? I mean there is a top, but it is covered in the curved surface area. So you don't have to take the top into consideration, but you have to take the bottom, that is the floor, or like whatever you want to say, base. Now base is nothing but a circle over here. I know this looks a little weird, but it's a circle, don't go on my drawing. So over here the base, what is the base area of a circle? The base area of a circle is nothing but, or I'll just write down base, okay, so that you have a much better understanding. Now, as you know, the curved surface area over here is what? 2 pi r square, plus base is what? Base is nothing but a circle. And what's the area of a circle? Pi r square. So 2 pi r square, if nothing is given, which means 1 pi r square. So 2 plus 1, 3 pi r square. So we have successfully finished the surface area and volume related to a sphere and a hemisphere, and I am pretty much sure that if you remember these formulas in such a way, you will never forget. Stay tuned for more videos. That's it for today.